Welcome back, guys. James Hill, founder and CEO of Black Millionaires.
And this is Chaplain of Culture, here to expand ideas and grind your gears.
Yes, so we got a new Black billionaire. Round of applause, clap it up for the Black man. So the newest member of the Black billionaire list name is David Grain. So I have his experience and his company and all that pulled up. So we're going to go through and give kind of a background of who he is, what he does, just to inspire and educate people because nobody knew this guy. And he's worth hundreds of millions and billions of dollars. And it's like we know the celebrities, we know the influencers, we know all these people. We don't know the people who are really making the decisions and the movers and shakers. So this is really the reason I created my brand, is to highlight people like him. So the newest member on the billionaire list, the Black billionaire list, is David Grain. Forbes estimate he has a net worth of $2.3 billion. Now, this is due to his investments in his investment firm. So he started his own company after working at different companies for years. His investment firm Performance, and he specialized in telecommunications. So, that's like, the easiest thing is like AT&T, Verizon.
Right.
But it even goes deeper than that. It's a lot of infrastructure that goes into the investments in that industry. The layering the wire.
Yes, I was gonna say
fiber. All this communication. All of this stuff. Wi-Fi. All of this stuff that we take for granted. Those it's billions and billions and billions of dollars. So his firm is called Grain Management. So it's not that innovative in the naming, right? And he started it in 2006. That's crazy.
That's
like
right 20 years ago, right?
Yeah, 20 years ago. So that's right before the world fell apart.
Right. Exactly.
And the financial industry fell apart. So he kept going. They're based out of DC. And I just wanted to do this. The video might not get a lot of views because we're not talking about somebody famous and some celebrity, but I do this because I just want to for sure highlight these type of people because at the end of the day,
yeah, he's still somebody to look and aspire to be or look at, and especially because there's a lot of people, they're getting, what did Jay-Z say, like, I'm getting money up under you, like this is like money up under you, like nobody knew that you could be a billionaire investing in, like you said, like the kind of like the hardware of telecommunications. So if you have Verizon Fios, like the fibers that they use and things like that. I got a couple stats that I can run down for David Grain if anybody is more interested in it. So David Grain is the CEO of Grain Management, private equity firm. He founded in 2006. Like you said, Grain Management is focused on broadband and communication infrastructure investments. Okay. So before funding Grain Management, he led wireless infrastructure company Global Signal Fund from bankruptcy to an IPO. So basically, what he specializes in is like making these businesses profitable. And this is before we even had like Verizon Fios and like everybody is trying to get on a certain like wavelength. But the last fact is what I really want to talk about. So Grain Management purchased 15 megahertz of spectrum in T-Mobile's 800 MHz's band. NHZ band. Don't know what that is.
Yeah, whatever that is.
Yeah, right. And 2025. And an Alaskan fiber optic network in 2024, which is crazy because I actually know somebody who works on a boat in Alaska.
Wow.
And they be messing with the like Starlink and then like the wires and stuff So it's a real job and it has all types of levels. But the last fun fact is Grain and his wife founded the Grain Fellows program in 2004.
You got a Black Queen.
Black Queen, okay.
Black Queen, which I was waiting on you.
in 2004, and funding SAT and college prep, application fees, and mentorship for low-income students at Booker High School in Sarasota, Florida. So also, not only is he like a billionaire doing billionaire things, but he also has like a fellowship program and he's giving back too. So whether we knew him or not, he was ready to like do the right thing. By his money.
And before building his empire, he developed a strong academic and professional foundation.
That's true.
So, and this is very important to highlight because we always had these conversations. Should you go to college? You don't need college and all that. And this is what I try to talk to
Yeah.
people about. Like, y'all are just looking at these entry level jobs that
Yeah.
AI and a bunch of this stuff is. AI is not getting rid of AI. AI is not like taking his job
Yeah.
of being a fund manager and
Yeah.
raising money and
Yeah.
all that. No,
It's
it's
hard to
not.
be an investment person without a degree. It's hard. I'm not saying it's impossible, but
So
it's
he
hard.
went to one of the best business schools.
Yep.
So he went to Dartmouth Tuck School of Business, Ivy League.
Very much.
And Dartmouth is one of those. A lot of people don't talk about it. People usually talk about Yale and Harvard.
People don't
Those
talk
are
about Dartmouth who aren't in like.
those spaces.
Yes, I was gonna say, but Dartmouth is definitely talked about.
If you know, like, obviously around the intellectuals and the people who went to grad, anybody that went to a grad school and went to college just in general knows about this, but that's a very small percentage of, if I went to a small state college in Arizona, I might not know that, like, the prestige of this. I know Yale, Harvard, and Princeton.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And those are just because they were like the first schools founded in the United States.
Yeah,
like,
and they have more of the famous founders.
Yeah.
I mean, the famous people, like, it's a lot of famous people.
I think Bush went to Yale. I think,
Obama
went to Harvard.
The Harvards, like the Zuckerberg, so like they make movies about those type of schools, Yale and Harvard and Princeton, but like Dartmouth is one of those schools that get kind of little bro to the Ivy Leagues, but like obviously it's a big bro to the world. Like everybody knows is one of those top schools. So
Dartmouth is like those top law firms that you don't know until you need one.
Exactly. That's a very good point.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, I only knew about this one or this one advertises and stuff like that. Like they're like so prestigious that they don't advertise. They don't, like, if you know, you know.
Yes.
If you don't apply.
Yes.
That's how they feel.
So he worked as an executive for years before founding his own company, which is very, very important because, like you said, when you talk about his firm manages $6 to $8 billion. So this is real money.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can start your own company and not have any credibility and just get you an LLC, but you need credibility in this game because there's a lot of decision makers that hold people back from getting access to capital. We know that's real big in terms of Black-owned businesses and just businesses in general, but obviously Black-owned businesses have that issue a lot. And you really need to build credibility. You need to build your resume out. You really need it's not about, I heard somebody say this, and I'm like, man, that's a crazy way of looking at it. It's not about all the times who you know. It's about who knows you and they're willing to help you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot of people that we know that are extremely successful and rich or whatever, but are they willing to help you? Are they willing to mentor you? Are they willing to give you that call and say, hey, Grain is raising $1 billion.
Right.
I know you got a pension fund with $5 billion in assets. Are you willing to put $50 million into his fund?
That's what.
Oh yeah, he's willing to do it. Goldman Sachs, are you willing to do?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You make these calls, and now you done raised $15 billion, and it's like it seemed easy, but it's like no, somebody had to give you that stamp of approval and be that first kind of sitting duck to give you the 100 million, give you the 300 million, and then everybody else started.
I think what you're talking about is also, or what you might be referring to, is just like your network, because it's also like not just who you know, but who knows you, who can vouch for you.
Yes, stamp of approval.
I was gonna say over the weekend I just went to a Yale alumni event, Yale Black alumni event, and I met people that I didn't know before.
Yes,
but they were from. There was Yale School of Business there. There was Yale Law School there. There were so many people there, and I got so many contacts. And so it's also like being able, like, if you aren't affiliated with these type of institutions, it's like very hard to build your network.
It's extremely hard to break in there, right? Like I knew one of the guys, one of my guys, he just, it's crazy because he followed the brand on Instagram. He's a big fan of myself and the brand, and he had commented on one of the page posts. We post a lot, so I didn't, something about him. I just clicked on it because he had like a very interesting comment. I clicked on it, And then I saw that he was going to Columbia Business School. So
Mhm.
I'm like, okay, black man on his stuff. Okay, I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna reach out to connect with him. So I just followed him. Man, he was like, "Oh my God, I'm a big fan." And like he started inviting me to like some of their events that they do. So you know what I'm saying? It's like I didn't go to the Ivy League, but
Right.
it's like I'm at Columbia. Like I'm like, cause that's like one of my dream schools. I always wanted to
Mm.
go there. I never had the grades or none of that,
It's never too late.
right? Never too late. That executive MBA, you calling my name. Once I get that bread up,
That's
I'm calling y'all, right?
so.
But he introduced me to a couple of people, and some of his classmates knew who I was.
See?
And I'm just like, damn, like I felt so. That's when I'm really like, okay, I'm doing the right thing because it's
Mhm.
like I'm like we branching out. For one, we all the way in New York, but like
Right.
we got a big New York following, and like people who are interested in business and stuff like that, they follow us. So like
Yeah.
it's good to be connected in those areas. But that's, I mean, look what I had to accomplish to even get
Right,
connected.
right.
Some of these people just connected because they went to the right
It's
school, they know
schools.
the right person, they
Right.
got the right character.
Mhm.
So, I mean,
It increases your chances.
exactly. It
Yeah.
increases your chances at success. It don't guarantee success.
No, at all.
But I always say when it comes to like Ivy League people or privileged people in general,
Mhm.
imagine this. You work hard. This is the best analogy I can give. You work hard, you train, you do all that. You real good at basketball. I work hard, I train, I'm real good at basketball. You on the AAU team,
Right.
I'm at the park.
Right.
Who gonna get discovered?
AAU.
AAU.
Every time.
Every single time.
They have the
And
platform.
but it's sometimes where the AAU coach is driving home and see a guy fade from half court and like, who's that? And they
Right,
stop
right.
and then they select them, and that's like a great story, but that don't really happen
Yeah.
like that.
They purposely created the AAU for these skilled individuals. Sometimes you
Yes.
can even if you're really skilled at going to, going to the park and stuff like that.
Yeah.
When I played basketball, I really didn't like playing with people who only played at the park.
Yeah, they
And
look too
then,
rough.
yeah,
Ain't got no fundamentals. Yes.
you can get injured like that. Like I
Yes.
literally got injured like that. I'm like, I'm not. If you have never got the fundamentals,
Yes.
but they will literally take those people, bring them to the AAU if they're good enough, find scholarship, find donations, or somebody
Yeah.
sponsor them or something like that.
Yes.
So they can learn the fundamentals, and then that increases their chances because then you got the aggression from the park
And
plus the fundamentals from the AAU. So sometimes people like that end up being even more successful than people who could afford the AAU or could just afford like your legacy.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yes.
Sometimes people who are like, no, I got the grit, but I also have this like ability too. Like I'm also like very in tune, like very
Yes.
smart, very instinctual. And so I kind of think you need the best of both worlds. Like if
Yeah.
you take somebody who really has the intuitiveness, like no, I learned how to read from like just reading magazines around the house. Like nobody taught me. I just learned. I
Exactly.
taught myself how to read. Those individuals do great in school.
Yes.
Like amazing.
Yeah, but then sometimes they don't get the opportunity
Right.
that the Ivy League or a privileged situation will put you in. So I just wanted to highlight that part because we be having this conversation about. It's like we always contradict ourselves as a community. Oh my God, we need more maternal health for Black women.
Yeah.
We need to focus on that.
You gotta go to
you
school.
got to go to school for that. We
You
need
do.
more nurses. We need more Black pediatricians. We need more Black um, the delivery doctors. What's the other people called? The anesthesiologists.
Oh
We
yes.
need all these type of
Yes.
people to deliver a healthy Black baby.
Yeah.
But it's like y'all promoting that we don't need school. We don't need to go to school because of AI or because of trade school and all this other stuff. Oh, you about to go to jail. Not a judge is discriminating against you.
Right.
You need more Black lawyers. You got to have an undergraduate
Right.
degree to go to law school.
That's
So it's like
it's the truth though. You can't. Everybody can't be like this, like megastar entrepreneur. I just get it out the mud, or this wonderful plumber that everybody's like, And I'm not saying there's not good money in that, but even the plumber need lawyer.
Yeah.
Even the plumber need a financial like
Yeah.
to cover their accounting and things like that. So I also think I think what black people mean by that is these schools need to stop scamming these kids and these
Yes.
families. I think that
Yes.
because it's too often that something happens and we're like, okay, we're done with it. It's like, no, it needs to get better.
Yes.
The schools need to stop scamming. If you know that these degrees, can get you a certain amount, then make them 2-year degrees. They don't need to be 4.
Yeah.
They don't
What,
need
what
to
was
be there
what
for
is that?
4
Is that
years.
was that Massachusetts that said they doing all like 4-year degrees? They
I
gonna make
think
them 3
so.
to make school more affordable because
Yeah.
Boston is extremely expensive. So thank you guys for watching. In order to continue to support independent journalism, I need you to subscribe to our page below. And also, if you want the full podcast and more exclusive content, make sure you subscribe to the Patreon. Link is in the description.